Hello, my friends. This is Natasha, founder of On Purpose Projects, bringing you another video, this time about project management. I see this all the time when I work with clients who, like me, are low tech. And I do run a web team, but I've got a fully smart technical team. I work more that customer service, the strategy, the front end. And this is a tip that I see can cause so much drama on a project. And that is when you, as the client, you don't understand your own website and you hire a web team, you hire a designer, you hire a developer, and you're not clear on your goals. You're not clear on how your current site is set up. You don't know how it works. And I see this a lot where someone, like it's happened to us many times, where we get hired to come in and help with a project and the client thinks they understand how their website works, but they really don't. So as we start working through the project and as we start sort of reviewing all the details, and then we ask questions to the client and they don't know, it can become incredibly frustrating, and it just becomes a situation of they feel like we don't understand what's going on, but really they don't even know what's going on. And it just kind of creates this hole where, you know, you bring in your web people, they're trying to do the job, they're trying to figure it out. And because the client doesn't know, it creates this sense of insecurity and fear and frustration that the people you've hired don't immediately know what's going on, but you don't even know what's going on. And that can become, it can kind of create this problem, because I know sometimes, you know, we get hired and I've heard clients will tell me, they're like, well, I don't know, you're the developer, you figure it out. And that's okay if, you know, the client is willing to pay us to figure out their system. But the best tip that I can give you before you bring in someone else to help you with anything tech related is that you figure out generally and have a very strong working understanding of your website, your setup. How does it work? Because if you're bringing someone in, the next step is going to be for you to onboard them. And it's really bad practice just to take someone and just throw them in and be able to like expect that they can do that quickly, cheaply, cleanly, with no instructions, no support. And so the best gift you can bring to anyone on a web team or again in a marketing team is, you know, the direction. You understand what needs to happen. You know, for example, let's say you're bringing in a developer. You have signed off on the mockups. You know what the site is supposed to look like. You're not, you know, you've made that final approval on what it's going to look like. You're not expecting someone else to kind of make guesses for you, but you know what you want. You've approved it. It's to be built. Done. You know, let's say you're bringing in a developer to fix a tech problem. Okay, you being able to explain in an intelligent way the problem. You understand what the problems have been before. You can kind of onboard them in a way that's logical, that makes sense, that helps them feel up to speed, be able to do their job. Again, throwing them into a vacuum, it's usually really messy, very stressful, very confusing. You know, bringing in someone, and if you're incredibly low tech, really low tech and stress stuff, sorry, tech stuff stresses you out, I encourage you that when you bring in a tech person, have someone else from your team talk to this tech person, because I know for myself, I know I'm not a technical person. When I have a developer talk to me and explain things to me, I get really confused and I feel overwhelmed and I feel stressed. And so when I have a tech problem, I send my tech people to talk to my tech people, and that will help a lot, because I see, just in terms of us from a client standpoint, working blind when you don't know kind of how your system works, how your website works, what your goals are, what your marketing targets specifically are, who you're selling to, and you're expecting a service professional to come in with all the answers right away, and you're not kind of meeting them in the middle with the information that they're going to need to do their job, it's just a recipe for failure. So if you are not, again, before you bring in anyone else to help you with your marketing or your website, make sure that you know you have a solid foundation of how everything works. And if you don't want to learn that, then put your tech people in charge, like in trust, or have them work with someone who is that tech person. It's going to save so much headache, so much frustration, and it just will make the job go so much more smoothly. So I hope that helps. If you're looking for a quote on your website project, head over to onpurposeprojects.com, link below, and I'd be happy to chat to you.